Good morning, fifth grade. Hopefully everybody had a great night. Now it's time to start on a new lesson, subtracting our integers. So to figure out where our notes are, here we go here in your Google Classroom. Go over here to classwork. Scroll down here to integers. Click on integers. And then right here, you will see your notes, your completed notes for subtracting integers. So let's take a look and see what we have with subtracting integers today. Now, once again, rules are going to be very important, okay? Just like they were for addition. Now, you're going to hear me say a lot. Subtraction is nothing more than the addition of a negative number, okay? So let's take a look. Let's see what that means. So it says subtraction and addition are opposite operations. Yes, okay? When you take a number and add a negative to it, the result gets smaller. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, so if I had, let's say 7 here, and if I add a negative number to it, let's say -3, okay, my answer is going to be smaller than 7. And as we saw yesterday, 7 plus -3 is going to be +4. Okay, our answer got smaller here. I took a positive, added a negative to it. My answer is smaller. That's what we're looking at right here. Okay, and then we also said, hey, when you take a number and subtract a negative number, the result gets bigger. Okay, what do we mean by that? Well, here's what they're saying with this. If I take -7, okay, and I subtract a negative from it, we'll do -3, okay, my answer is going to get bigger, okay, because what you're going to hear me say here several times as we practice some of this information, when two negatives are together and they're just separated by this parenthesis here, we connect, to put this in red, we connect these negatives together and it makes a plus. So we end up getting -7 plus +3. And -7 plus +3 is -4. And as we see here, -4 is larger than -7 because remember, -7 is further to the left on the number line than -4 is. So -4 is larger. Okay, so let's look here at some of these rules. They're going to be very important. Okay, so if we take a look here, a positive and a positive equal a positive when we're dealing with addition. Okay, pretty basic here. Okay, so 6 plus +6 is the same as 6 plus 4, okay, which we know is 10. Now, look here. Look at this here. A negative and a negative together. Okay, here's what we were just talking about. As you see, this is a minus. Remember, subtraction is a negative. Do not forget that. Subtraction is a negative. That's important to understand. So here we have 5 minus -2. Now remember what I said. When we have two negatives together, remember what I mean by negative, this is a subtraction. Subtraction is a negative. So a negative, parentheses, a negative. The rule for this, connect these. Draw your line all the way through, connecting them. If you look here, this now looks like a plus. So I have +5 plus 2. +5 plus 2 is 7. Okay, let's look here. A positive and a negative. Okay, let's look here. So I'm going to use this right here and scroll down here a little bit. So I have 7 plus -1. Okay, you can go back and use our rules before. Okay, our rules before said, hey, when adding, if the signs are different, subtract the larger minus the smaller absolute value, keep the sign of the larger absolute value. Okay, so 7 plus -1, you can say, hey, that is going to be 7 minus 1, which is 6. The 7 is greater, has a positive sign. The answer is 6. Yes. Now remember what I'm saying here. This here is the same as saying 7 minus 1. Okay, that's one of your helpers there. Let's look here. okay? If I have a negative and a positive, okay? So if I have 8 minus positive 4, this is going to be the same as 8 minus 4, okay? You're going to have to take a look at the way that all these things look here, how they're different, how they look, and understand how they're actually set up. Okay, and I'll show you more as we go on in some of the examples. So it says, remember, subtraction is nothing more than the addition of a negative number. What that means, guys, if I did 8 minus 5, okay, subtraction is nothing more than the addition of a negative number. All this means, this is the same as saying 8 plus, subtraction is nothing more than the addition of a negative number. So 8 minus 5 is the same as 8 plus negative 5. These here are exactly the same. Okay, these are exactly the same here. Okay, so let's see what we have now down here. Okay, 1 minus negative 4. Now remember what I said. Two negatives together. Yes, remember, subtraction is a negative. Negative, negative 4. Connect these, connect these, connect these. There we go. It now looks like a plus. This means 1 plus 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. There's our answer. Let's look and see what we have here. Negative 4 plus negative 3. Okay. Now we can go back to our addition rules and say, hey, signs are the same. Since signs are the same, add them together, keep the sign. So you can add these together. 4 plus 3 is 7. They're both negative. Keep the sign. Negative 7 is the answer. Or we could say negative 4, I can get rid of this plus because I have my negative here. This actually means the same as negative 4 minus 3. Negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7. Okay? Because if you think about it on a number line, here's my negative 4 here. Okay? I've got to go backwards 7 places because it's minus, I'm sorry, not 7 places, 3 places because I'm subtracting 3. 1, 2, 3. There's where my negative 7 is, right there. Okay, let's continue down here. This one's easy. 12 plus 5 is the same as 12 plus 5, which is 7. Okay, let's look here. Negative 6 minus positive 4. This is the same as negative 6 minus 4. Now, if you want to write it differently, subtraction is nothing more than the addition of a negative number. I could take this and say, hey, negative 6 plus negative 4. The reason why I put the parentheses in there is just so you don't lose it, first of all, and also it separates the plus and the negative together here. So negative 6 plus negative 4 is the same as both of these, so you can use your addition rules. So same signs, add them together, keep the sign. 6 plus 4 is 10. Keep the sign because they're both negative. The answer is negative 10. Okay, let's continue on down here with some more examples. Okay, so if we were to take a look here, remember what I said. Subtraction is nothing more than the addition of a negative number. I could make this 5 plus negative 10. Okay, signs are different. Subtract them. 10 minus 5 is 5. Keep the sign of the larger absolute value. The larger absolute value is negative 10, so it's going to be negative 5. Very good here. Now, hey, take a look at this one here. This is a negative. This is also a negative too. Remember, subtraction is negative. So we could say, hey, this is the same thing as negative 4 plus negative 4. Signs are the same. Add them together, keep the sign. Answer is negative 8. Very good there. Okay, right here. Remember, two negatives together here. Yes, remember, subtraction is a negative. Connect your lines. Connect your lines here. Make it a plus. So I end up getting 6 plus 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. My answer is 9. Okay, look down here. Hey, guess what? Two negatives together here again. Draw your line. Connect them. Make sure you're plus. So actually I have negative 6 plus 1. Signs are different. Since signs are different, subtract them. 6 minus 1 is 5. keep the sign of the larger absolute value, which is this -6. So the answer is -5. Okay, over here. Hey, guess what? These are both negative because remember, this is a positive here, but we drop that positive. This is the same as -10. Signs are the same. Since the signs are the same, add them together. 12 plus 10 is 22. Keep the sign. The answer is -22. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I get two negatives together here. You want to be looking for those things. Two negatives are together here. Connect the lines. Boom. It's a terrible connection there. There we go. This becomes 25 plus 5, which equals 30. The answer here is 30. Okay, let's see what we have here down here at the bottom now. Let's clean up these. Scroll down here with number 7. Okay, 14 minus 22. Remember, guys, subtraction is nothing more than the addition of a negative number. This is the same as 14 plus -22. Okay, signs are different. Subtract them. That's 8. Keep the sign of the larger absolute value. 22 is the larger, has a negative. Answer is -8. Okay, let's look and see what this says here. Absolute value. Absolute value we must do first. So this is actually saying 7 minus 6. Okay, because the absolute value of -6 is +6. You cannot forget this minus here, which is what? It's a negative. So this becomes 7 plus -6, or we could have kept it the same, 7 minus 6. You should know what that is. The answer is 1. Okay, here we go. Absolute value of -2 is 2. Minus absolute value of 2 is 2. 2 minus 2, it's a difficult one, 0. Very good. Okay, now we're going to plug and play. M equals -5. So all we're going to do here with -5, wherever there's an M, we're going to put a -5. Okay, make sure you write these out. Do not try to do them in your head. You're going to make a mistake. So I got 52. Minus, put the parentheses in, -5. -5. Do not say, oh, well, the negative's already there. No, it doesn't work. That's our minus, which is a negative, yes, but we have the M is -5. So what did we say? Two negatives together, connect the lines, make your plus. That becomes 52 plus 5 is 57. Very good. Okay, so now fill this in here. Let's see what we have here. I have M, -5. Minus, parentheses, -15. Okay, as you see here, I have two negatives together here. Draw your line, connect them. Put your other line down, you got a plus. So actually I have -5 plus 15. Go back to your addition rules. Signs are different. Subtract them. 15 minus 5 is 10. Go to the sign of the larger absolute value. Larger absolute value is 15, is positive. The answer is +10. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got 18. Minus, what's the absolute value of -3? Yes, +3. Minus, parentheses, -5. Guys, I'm constantly using parentheses. You need to get used to doing it. Do not try to do any shortcuts. It'll bite you in the butt. Okay, let's clean up our garbage here. So if I take a look here, hey, look here, two negatives together, connect them, put your plus in there. I have 18 minus 3 plus 5. Okay, what's 18 minus 3? Correct, 15. Plus 5. 15 plus 5 is 20. Your answer is 20. Okay. Any questions so far with this? Make sure you follow the rules. I want to look at really quick. Scroll through this here. I want to look at your homework here. Let's take a look here at your homework. Let's see. I don't want that. Okay, I'll use this. Okay, if we see here, pretty basic. Look here. Two negatives together. Draw your line. Connect them. Make it a plus. Basic. Same thing here. Two negatives together. Draw your line. Make the plus. Number 8. Remember, subtraction is nothing more than the addition of negative numbers. This means 3 plus -5, and then solve it. Okay, all pretty basic, nothing major here. Nothing should be major here, should be pretty basic. Remember, things like below sea level, -95, okay, -95, okay, this one here, okay, -13 degrees, that means it's below zero, okay, go from there. What's the difference? Subtraction, okay, go from there, okay. How much higher? Dealing with subtraction here also. So make sure you take your time with these. Okay. Make sure you follow the rules. Do not just put your homework away and say, oh, okay, I'll just do the homework. Do not. Keep the rules beside you. Also keep your addition rules beside you. They'll make your life easier. Other than that, guys, have a great day. We're going to get together here soon with a meeting. I'll be sending you out some information so we can meet on Friday. I need to talk to you about some important information, Star 360 and the rest of the year, how it's all going to work out. Other than that, guys, look for my emails. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.